Hi again, everybody. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this New York crowd wants some love from their Knicks. And now, State Farm presents New York's starting five. Melo and Amari at the forward slots. Davis is out there with Landry Fields, and it's Chandler in at the center position. And for New York, Melo and Amari at the forward slots. Landry Fields out there with Davis, and it's Chandler in at the 5. Roaming the paint. Anthony. Soft touch off the glass.
And he's on the board early.
And so here is New York.
Well, obviously a huge talent infusion for the Knicks a season ago when they picked up Carmelo Anthony and signed Amari Stoudemire as a free agent, and that helped them.
And it's Anthony slamming it down.
Come on now, I didn't see. Can you believe that finish? Boy, a little bit of flair and flavor at the end of it.
Oh, that'll be a fan favorite.
That was not your average typical dunk.
Now let's find out what head coach Mike Woodson had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, adding a few more pump fakes is what he is instructing his inside players to do. They are facing a good shot blocking team, and if they can keep them guessing on when to jump, they'll be in a better position to get uncontested looks at the hoop. Not an easy thing to do with a shot blocker hanging around, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. So, Clark, they're thinking mainly about how to tackle the defense they're facing.
It won't be easy, Kevin. I mean, they're going to have to take a few body shots before it's all said and done. It's going to be a battle.
Steve?
Yeah, I like that, Clark. Body shots. I mean, go inside early. Try to pound them inside, and then you can play inside out at that point, but try to soften up that defense and make them move around a little bit.
And it's Smith missing.
What a steal for the Knicks a year ago. Finding Landry Fields in the second round. He had a fantastic season, made the all-rookie team, and a really good all-around player. Rebounder, defender, and can make a shot as well.
Gathers. Blocked. New York on D. Anthony kicks to Smith. Puts up a 3. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, you love the concentration, tracking that one down and then just redirecting it right back into the hoop.
Well, he put himself in the perfect spot for it.
You're right, Kevin. It's all about anticipating the play before it happens. That's exactly what he did.
And that one's good, Anthony. And Landry Fields out of Stanford, his senior season, Stevie led the Pac-10 in scoring and rebounding. Yeah, Clark, I think eyebrows raised when the Knicks took him. How did teams not calculate the right way? How did they miss on that guy?
You know what I think happened was he wasn't overly athletic, and teams started to look at what they thought he couldn't do instead of focusing on the things that he could do. Smart, tough, averaged over 20 points a game his last year in the Pac-10, made winning plays at both ends of the floor. I mean, he's had 50% from the field and 40% from three-point land his rookie season. And was an all-rookie team performer,
yes,
so
he was.
He's made his case where it counts most between the lines.
J.R. Smith's checked in for Baron Davis. And it's Anthony slamming it down.
Well, that's a dunk you will not see very often. You won't pass that one by.
No doubt about that.
I wish he would, though. You can never see too many of those.
A leaner. It's rebounded by New York.
He tried that leaner, and to me, it probably got him off balance a little bit. Probably should have gone straight up.
Here's Smith. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
And I like that move to the hoop. To use your speed, go around the bigger defender.
Goes up from the top of the key. Gets the bucket. Anthony's got 6.
Well, a great turnaround year for the Knicks a season ago, and it helped that they were in the Eastern Conference. They won 28 games against Eastern opponents.
1:33 left here in the first quarter. Here's Smith. Now Stoudemire defending. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. New York called for the foul. Back to the Knicks, Clark. Those wins were part of why they were able to get back into the playoffs. They were very, very important in the East.
Yeah, they were, and they played well against Eastern Conference teams, but they also did a nice job in interconference play as they put up the most points of any Eastern team by a large margin. So nasty. I mean, really nasty. He hit the Bulls. Oh!
No problem finishing there.
You know, those are painful to give up, Steve.
The Knicks leading by 3. Stoudemire against Anthony. Outside, Fields. The rebound by Fields. Fields has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
How about the determination right there on that putback?
The 3 from Anthony. The Knicks pull it in. Here's the break. J.R. Smith on the wing. Now Smith defending. Here's Stoudemire. Misses in close.
And excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Taken away by Anthony. And so here is New York. It's a 5-point game. Goes up on the wing. And it's Smith missing.
It's been a struggle. It's not happening right now. He needs to settle down a bit and let the offense come to him a little more. He's forcing things right now.
The 3 from Anthony. 10 hits. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 5.
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, and the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because
all right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Here's Smith. And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Knicks, Melo and Amari at the forward slots. Landry Fields out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Chandler in at the center filling out the middle. Out of bounds, and they retain possession. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, J.R. Smith, a free agent going into this season and now on a new team. His former coaches in Denver had their critiques of his mental approach, but Smith still got onto the floor with his athleticism and offensive gifts. Smith now in a new environment. We'll see how he does.
Plenty of talent, that's for sure. Thank you, Doris.
And Smith, you know, going into his 8th season now, but still a really young guy, only 26 years old. He's got a lot of basketball left. Well, fellas, you know, Melo coming over to the Knicks, the big story around the league, really, as the Knicks like to make headlines, and they did with that move. Some, though, can criticize New York for being more concerned with being on the front page than actually winning. I'm not sure I quite agree with that, but certainly some people may have felt that way.
Here's Anthony. Goes up, and he uses the glass on the layup. Anthony's got 8 points.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
Back to what you brought up, they have always tried to be a part of big trades that are being discussed. Sometimes they work, Steve, and sometimes they don't for that team.
Yeah, but anytime you have a chance to get a superstar like Carmelo Anthony or like Amari Stoudemire, I think you go ahead and do it. And so New York is set up now for some success over the coming years, but we'll see how they go forward and what kind of roster they put around their 2 stars.
Elbow shot. They get it back. Fields' shot is good. Fields has got his second basket.
They keep pounding them on the glass here in this one. Just a tremendous job rebounding the ball.
Well, that's half the battle. I mean, you go after it every single time. It's a mindset. Never assume the shot's going in. You've got to always assume the shot's going to come off the rim, and it's going to be yours.
From about 16, banks that one in. Smith's got 5 points so far. Now Smith defending. And there's the feed to Melo. Goes right up. And he makes good on the layup.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Gets the bucket.
Seems like that finger roll just comes naturally to him. Great touch.
Smith kicks to Anthony. Jacks up a 3. There's the bucket. Good. He's got 11.
You know, he's definitely a catalyst for their offense, guys. I mean, he is so talented. He really causes problems for the other team's defense.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, the big story for the Knicks this past year was the acquisition of Carmelo Anthony. Having already signed Amari Stoudemire, the Knicks made the deal for Anthony and all of a sudden had one of the great 1-2 combinations in the league.
And back to Melo and Amari, they just need to build the right supporting cast around those two.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, those are two foundational pieces that are all-stars, so plugging in around them will be the next step. They're in the process of doing that, too. I mean, New York definitely reversed their fortunes with the moves they made last season.
Here's Smith. Knicks with the rebound. Fields has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He hasn't been one of their key guys tonight, but they are still winning despite his lack of production.
And then Smith with the dunk.
How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
Boy, I love Landry Fields. He's a nice complimentary player. Does everything well, nothing really especially super, but a good defender at 6'7" and 210 pounds.
The Knicks making a switch here. Novak's checked in. Here's Anthony. 8-point game. Good look. And that is good. Anthony's got 10 points. Parker talking about Fields and his size and physicality, but he was considered a bit of a late bloomer. Started playing hoops at about the age of 5, but Steve, his body didn't really fill out till he was at Stanford.
Well, interesting, Kevin. I thought his body would fill out at maybe 5 or 6, but I guess it took till he was 18 or 19. That's kind of strange, huh?
The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
They've done a good job of seeking contact here in the second.
And getting whistles as a result. You know, the aggressive team usually gets the benefit of the doubt, Clark, and that's what's happening right now.
And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
There's a minute left to play in the first half. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.